up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, I'm Kai. And in my channel I do a lot of lifestyle type of videos, just going out about my day, things I'm trying out, all that fun stuff. So I wanted to give you guys my experience with Smile Direct Club, just because I still see so many people like thinking it's a scam or not real and all of that stuff. Also, my cat is right in front of me, so you can see his ears. So cute. He's here. He's my little buddy. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys my experience with Smile Direct Club, just because, again, like, I know that I've seen them a lot on YouTube. They sponsor people, all of that stuff. I know, like, I watch a lot of football and they're starting to put like a lot of commercials within games, so I'm like, okay, like, it's becoming a thing. But I feel like still a lot of people think it's like not real, a scam, all of that stuff. So I wanted to give you guys my unsponsored review because I paid for this and I wanted to like try it out. I don't want to make this intro too long. Let's get into it. So for context, I actually had braces a few years ago, but like most people, I just did not wear my retainers. And actually, fun fact, my dog ended up chewing up my retainers, so I was like, there's no use. Like, that was it. I was never gonna use my retainers again. So obviously over time, my bottom teeth did start shifting, but since it was my bottom teeth, I kind of did not like really care. I was like, okay, it's not really like super noticeable. It wasn't that bad. It happened like gradually, so I was like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. So eventually in 2022, like summer 2022, I started noticing that my top teeth have shifted. And I remember specifically, I was at work eating yogurt and my front teeth just felt like it was moving, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm eating yogurt, it's not even something like super hard. I was like, okay, I need to like get this back on track. So that's actually why I wanted to try Smile Direct Club, because I just wanted to shift my teeth back. I didn't want to do braces again, obviously, because that's just terrible. So I was like, okay, this is my only solution at the moment. I'm just gonna go for it. For me, two things that like I love taking care of, like health wise, is my teeth and my eyes. I always have like dental checkups. I'm always taking care of my eyes. Those are the two things that like I'm okay spending on, because I was like, I'd rather my teeth be good, I want my eyes to be good. So I was like, you know what, this is the year that I'm gonna do Smile Direct Club. So I went for it. So that was kind of like the background on that. So thankfully I did find a dentist near me that had like the Smile Direct Club in person. So I did that. I know that they do two ways, which you can go in person if there's a place near you, or you can like order the kit to do your own like impressions. I thankfully found someone because I knew that I am trash and probably would not have figured out how to do the impressions right. I'm glad I found a dentist in person, so that was really nice. They were actually very nice there. I did feel a little bit more comfortable because it was within a dentist, so I was like, okay, like it's not like a standalone thing. It must be legit if it's like within a dentist. The girl that helped me out was super helpful. Something that I will say, and this will come up in my cons list, I feel like they put more emphasis on like their actual product and like all of their products instead of like the actual program. Because literally when I got there, the first thing she showed me was like the box and like everything that came in the box once you actually order, and I was like, okay, cool, that's great, but like we haven't even done my impressions. So thankfully she was really nice. Eventually they do the 3D impressions, which honestly was so like embarrassing, because then it like shows your teeth up close. Honestly, puts your teeth on blast. Like I was just like, oh shoot, I need to do better. Something that I will say, and I think it's more my fault, is that obviously you do have to put a card. If you're doing it in person, you have to put like the card you want to use to pay. I did decide to pay in full instead of doing the payment plan, because they do have both options. You can pay in full or they have a payment plan, but then I figured that the payment plan, you end up paying like a couple $100 more towards the end, or like as your whole total. That's where they get you. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna move stuff around in my budget so I can pay it off in full. They had sent me like a get $50 off if you mentioned this email, and I completely forgot because I'm dumb. So I paid the full price. But something that I did notice, and again, it might be just my own fault, is that like they have you put the card on file, and they did tell you like we'll eventually send out like what your program is and how that's gonna work for you. But honestly, weeks later when they send out my program, like they charge me automatically. I'm gonna blame myself on that because I could have asked. Because like basically, like what if you don't like your program? Do you really have a say? No. Like what if you change your mind? It will just charge you. So if you're gonna do it, just go ask and like see what the deal is, because obviously I didn't ask. I just got charged right away when they sent me like, this is your program. Don't be like me. This is a cautionary tale. They did say it was gonna take a few weeks to get my program approved, because they basically pair you up with like an existing dentist to oversee your your program, and then it would take like another 4 to 6 weeks to actually get your aligners. So it's like a very long process. That's something that I wasn't aware of. I thought it was gonna be like super quick, which again, It's just me. I could have done better research, but thankfully, like, honestly, I ended up getting my stuff within a month, like even my aligners. So I'm very thankful that the process actually went really quick for me. I feel like they probably just gave you the longer timelines just in case. Did my appointment in August and I got my stuff in like September, and that's like my actual aligners. Like I got my thing approved like within a week, and then my aligners came like a few weeks later. Something that I will say that I enjoyed doing it in person, like getting my scans in person, was the fact that they gave me so many freebies. Honestly guys, the Smile Direct lip balm is amazing. I love it so much. My sister actually went with me to the appointment, and like the lady was even nice enough to give her some. Guys, this lip balm is amazing. Like I genuinely love them. It's just so like so good. So they gave me tons of that. I know for my appointment they also gave me like the free whitener kit, which I have not tried yet. I should try it soon. I even got like a free electric toothbrush, obviously a free little tote bag that says Smile Direct Club. So I thought it was really nice that they gave you so many freebies. Again, I did it in person, so I'm not sure how it works when you get the kit. So for the actual program, they do 4 to 6 months. Mine was 4 months, and I'm pretty sure it's just because I didn't have a lot going on that I needed to like change. So mine was 4 months. I had 12 aligners. Again, I'm going off of my experience in my 4-month program. I would have to switch an aligner every week, except I think it was like on the 3rd aligner, it was like a 2-week, like you had to keep it on for 2 weeks. Then it went back to like 2 every week, then every other week. I hope that makes sense. So basically there was always like like your every other aligner was like a 2-week, like you had to wear it for 2 weeks, but then some of them were just like a 1-week thing. I'm gonna go a little more in depth on that in my cons section, because this is something that I had like a con with, was their communication about like how the program actually worked. This is a whole communication thing. The tray went in fine. It felt tight. Obviously it just kind of fit your teeth. Something that I will say is that I feel like they need to better explain what it means for your aligner not to fit. Because something that I noticed, especially with my second tray, was that it's super hard to get. Like my second tray was so hard to get on. It was super tight, and at first I was like, oh my gosh, like is it wrong? Because it does tell you like if it doesn't fit, like give us a call. But then when I noticed is that it's because the tray is basically the end point of where you should be at the end of that week, or the time frame that they gave you. So I can see that my teeth were still like crooked, where like it was gonna eventually shift. I feel like they should have better explained that, because there's a difference of like it just doesn't fit at all, so like you need a new one. But then if it's just like it's not sitting in right just because your teeth haven't shifted yet, I feel like that's something that they better need to explain. So yeah, I feel like the second tray was like a whole, I was like, oh shoot, this is real. Like it was really tight. Something that I will point out is that I started seeing results by my 7th tray. So keep in mind there's 12 trays in total. By my 7th tray is when I saw results, or like started seeing my teeth shift. Again, this might vary between people and like how your teeth are moving and all of that stuff. You guys are gonna see me talk about this a lot, but I kind of wish they better explain what each tray was doing, because I feel like that's also why I was like, why isn't anything happening like the first few trays? I understood what the process was, like if it was just moving like my teeth forward completely so it can be like in the right spot once they actually finally like were straight. I don't know, like I feel like I needed better explanation on what was happening within each tray. But yeah, I basically started seeing results by the 7th tray, which if you think about it was like halfway basically. Honestly, it was actually kind of fun because my program actually ended exactly on December 31st, so I rung in the new year with nicer teeth. They were pretty easy to like use once you got the hang of it. They gave you the trays. I actually like the box because like they put all your trays in like a pull out way, so you pull it out whenever it's like time to use that tray, so it's not just like scattered around. That's kind of how the program works. They give you all the trays, you just follow directions. They do have an app which kind of tracks everything. It tells you what liner you should be on and all of that stuff, how many days you have left. So I thought that was very helpful. But yeah, that's basically it. It just works. You just put them on. You have to have them on for like 22 hours, at least mine was. I just took them out when I was eating. They do give you very in-depth details on how to clean like your teeth and clean your aligners. I basically floss, mouthwash, brush my teeth every time I was gonna put them on again. They do tell you not to like use a toothbrush to clean your aligners. In the box they do send you like their cleaning tablets. It's just like a trial, so they don't give you like a lot. So I only use them mainly for the ones for my 2-week aligners, because I was like, okay, those are like the ones I'm gonna have on for a longer time. So I clean them between uses. Other than that, I just use like really soft like paper to like wipe them out, wipe them down completely and all of that stuff. But yeah, it kind of forces you to think of like your hygiene a lot. You're like, okay, I have to be thorough and clean and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what the program is. They give you your aligners, they give you the time frame. It does tell you when to use your aligners. I did have the email set up, so like whenever it was time to switch an aligner, it would just email me. I could also see it on the app. They do tell you that you're gonna have to send like in pictures of your teeth progress. I only had to do that once. It was kind of also like halfway point. They just tell you how to take the pictures. Like you have to, they give you the stretcher in your box, so you take a picture with it. It's just your teeth and then you send them in. But yeah, that's basically it. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of my pros and cons. I think my main pro is the fact that they did work. My teeth got straight. Again, that's a lot of what people think, is that like they think it's a scam. My teeth got straight. I had no complaints. I got what I wanted. So in that sense, I can't complain. I do say that they were pretty easy to put on. I didn't have any trouble really, for me personally. I feel like they kind of like give you like, oh, here's a little like wax in case it's like rubbing against your teeth, or like a little cutter in case they're too long. I didn't have to do any of that. I was so thankful. Like they all fit in fine. And again, I think the main thing people get aligners for is that, yeah, it's a lot easier than like braces and a lot more cosmetic than braces. I remember when I first put on my aligner, my first aligner, actually went to talk to my mom and I was like, look, and she could not like tell that I was wearing them. So I guess you can wear them all the time, people don't notice them, which is a big pro, you know. You want to get your teeth and not have braces, all of that fun stuff. So overall, like I wasn't disappointed because I got the results that I wanted. My teeth got straight and all of that fun stuff. So that's basically the biggest thing about it. I got results, you know, I can't complain about that. So my next thing, I'm not gonna call it a con, I'm gonna call it like just a thought or an observation. They do tell you to put on your retainers at night, basically so your teeth can get sore like basically while you're sleeping. I usually put them on in the morning anyway because yeah, it just worked easier for me. However, I feel like my soreness didn't happen the day I put them on. It happened like a few days later. So if you guys want to know that, my experience, mine's happened like days later. It wasn't a big deal. It's just like, yeah, your teeth are sore. You have to eat softer foods because biting into something hard like will just hurt your teeth. That's just like something that I like noticed, was that it didn't happen the day of. It was happening a few days later. Again, I wouldn't say this is the con. I think it's just part of like, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna have to live with that. With braces, you get your braces tightened every month, so you get sore every month when it gets tightened, because they're tightening it up, your teeth are like in a new position, it's gonna be sore, so you have to adjust to that. But with Smile Direct, you're switching them every week, so you have that soreness every week, at least in my case. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, it wasn't like too bad, like oh my gosh, like the whole week hurt. It was just like a few days later, and it was just like at least for like a day that I was like, oh shoot, my teeth are sore. But I think it's something to think about because you are switching your aligners a little bit more often, so you will have that soreness a lot more than with braces. So that's something to keep in mind. So one of my biggest cons, and honestly this might be just for me, you might be like, okay, this does not matter, but for me, I wasn't a big fan of their communication or how they went about things. They sent a lot of emails on like when I signed up, and once I actually got my like scans, they sent so many emails of like, here's what your box has and all of your box, get familiar with your box. And they would send so many promotional emails about like their actual other products, like get this other thing and all of that stuff. They send so many emails, but once it comes to like your actual program, I feel like there wasn't a lot of communication about the program itself, you know? They do send you like the first email of like, this is your program. They give you like a fun little scan of how your teeth will look at the end, which I think is super cool. Basically like an intro to your program, but that's basically kind of it. Something that I wish they would do, which I feel like maybe they don't do this because so many people have different types of programs and like everyone's teeth is different, but I kind of wish they would better explain what each tray is doing, because like I said, I started seeing results on the 7th tray, so I went my trays 1 through 6 like not knowing what was happening. And what I think, again, my opinion or what I observed, I feel like my first few trays were just like shifting my whole mouth into place, if that makes sense. It wasn't really getting them straight, but it was moving them into the position that they should be before they got straight, if that makes sense. But again, that's just my assumptions and what I observed from my mouth. But yeah, I wish they had more communication on your actual program of like, this is what tray 1 does, this is what tray 2 does, and so on and so forth, so you kind of know what to expect in terms of your teeth. Because again, I was going through them and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think my teeth are moving, they don't seem straight. But once I got to the 7th tray and I was like, oh, I could finally see the difference. But yeah, communication is not very like all there with in terms of like your program itself. Like I said, I did set up emails to tell me when to switch my aligners, so I did get those. I did get that one email like during the middle of the program of like, please send in your photos. But I didn't hear any feedback from that. Like, you just send them in and you just hope that it's good. It was kind of like, okay, if I don't hear anything, I think I'm on a good track, you know, type of deal. So I didn't hear anything back about my photos, so I'm assuming everything was fine if I finished the program fine. So like I said, I was finishing my program on December 31st. I did have the app, so it was counting down for me. Obviously, it kind of tells you like everything. It has a cool little chart like just counting down on your aligners and like the day of. You do have to get your retainers like a month out, I guess, so you can get it right on time. And that was like another thing. When I bought my retainers, it just kind of like went through. Obviously, they have my card on file, so it makes sense, but like it didn't give me like confirm purchase. I clicked my retainers, I was like, yeah, I want them, and that was it. Like, they didn't really give me like a confirmation email. That was kind of weird. Or like even like an order number, like it just processed it. I do say that the website itself, like it's also hard to find things, because I was like, maybe I could find like an order history and see if my retainers were there, but I couldn't. And like I said, the app just kind of shows you like your countdown, what liner you're on, and like that's it. And I think the like biggest thing is like once it ended, they didn't even say anything. Like, they didn't say like, yeah, your program's ended, like share your feedback. Like, they didn't say anything. Obviously I remember because it was like December 31st and I was like, New Year's Eve, let's go, I'm done. But that was it. Like, they didn't like tell me like, congratulations on finishing, now switch your aligners. They didn't give me anything. Even when I went in the app, I was just like, yay, you're done. Like, that was it. So I do wish they had better communication on the program itself, like give you more updates on like what your aligners should be doing and how they feel. Again, going back to how I was talking about like fits, I also wish they better explained that part. And yeah, I feel like for me, communication was just such an issue. I got so many emails about buying stuff and like their products, but not enough about the actual program itself, if that makes sense. Another con is basically when it comes to the actual trays is eating. Obviously you have your actual meal times and that's great, but you have to like take them off, and they obviously are supposed to fit very tight because that's how they move your teeth, so you have to like pull them off sometimes. And they do give you instructions on how to pull them off safely, so you're not like tugging at your teeth, because that could actually hurt. I did do that. I think it was my 3rd or 4th tray. I did pull it off a little too hard on my front teeth and it did hurt my teeth. Like, my teeth were hurting. Thankfully nothing happened like after like a day or two, like the pain went away. But you guys have to be careful when you pull them off. I feel like it does hinder you from like eating like snacks and stuff, because you just get so tired of like, oh, I have to do my whole cleaning routine and then put them back on. It does become a lot of work. Like, I feel like that's something in the like visually it's obviously a better choice, but it does become a lot more work where like you're like, I have to take my retainers out. I always would rinse them out first, then put them in the little case. Then I would eat. Then once I was done, I would do my whole routine, like floss, mouthwash, brush my teeth thoroughly, just so like nothing would get on them. I would always wipe them down. So it's like a whole little process, like each time you eat and take them off. So that's again something that like I feel like I'm really good at following directions. Like, I was that kid who the teachers loved because I would follow directions. So with this, I was like following it to a T, but it just becomes so much work. So like with braces, they're just like in your mouth, like you eat and you just wash your teeth and it's fine. Like, they're there. With Smile Direct, I mean, I haven't tried Invisalign, but I feel like it might be the same way. You kind of have to like do a little bit more. So that's again another thing to keep in mind. I wouldn't say I'm a lazy person, but like I'm definitely like the easier is the better. So I feel like after a while I was getting so tired. I was like, I have to do this whole thing again. But yeah, that's just like again a price to pay for like using aligners and like getting it done. But yeah, other than that, I didn't have major issues. Like I said, I got the job done. I got my teeth straightened. There's just some things here and there that you're like, okay. Like I said, the soreness, the eating thing and cleaning. It's just things that you have to live with when if you want to do these type of like straightening programs, the tray type of programs compared to braces. The one thing I would say like is a pro for braces is that obviously you'll have like a dentist actually checking your teeth every month. Again, I was just going, putting them on, hoping for the best. I only did one check-in with photos for Smile Direct, so I'm just assuming that my teeth went right. I will say that my retainers fit a little bit like very tight when I first put them on, and I feel it's because again like they had like a specific angle for my teeth, and if my teeth weren't there, it is what it is. They obviously went by like the end scan of what they assume my teeth will look like at the end, if that makes sense. Also, you do have to wear your retainers for 2 weeks fully after you finish your program. So you wear them for 2 weeks like all day every day, and then after that you just switch to just wearing them at night. Again, they don't have a lot of communication on that. They just tell you that once and then that's it. You should know by now. So again, communication is a big issue, or better communication that actually will help you get through the program. I don't know, but yeah, overall I really didn't have that many issues. I feel like again it's like it was a lot of like a learning process, I guess, but I got what I wanted. I got my teeth done. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you interested in Smile Direct? Let me know. Have you guys tried it? Have you guys tried the other ones like Invisalign? If you've done both, because again when I went to my actual like dentist appointment, the girl did tell me that usually people that sign up for Smile Direct had braces before and are just trying to shift their teeth back because we didn't wear our retainers. So if you've done both, let me know your thoughts. Or again, if you've done Smile Direct or Invisalign, let me know your thoughts or anything that I might have missed that you're like, oh, that's very important to like point out. Or if you're still thinking about getting them and you have other questions that I might have missed, let me know down below. I would love to answer them. I do feel like I'm probably missing some stuff that I'll probably think of later, so drop your questions down below and I would love to answer them. But yeah, that is basically it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have a referral code for Smile Direct. Again, this is not sponsored. Let's just make this clear. It's not sponsored. They give a referral code to everyone. Everyone who signs up gets a referral code, so it's not specific to me or anyone. You can go sign up right now and they'll give you a referral code. But yeah, I'll leave my referral code down below if you guys want to use it. That is basically it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, drop your questions down below or your experiences. I would love to hear it all. And yeah, that is basically it. I'll see you guys later. Bye!